All right, today's Lions Talk Live, we're going to do a little bit of a quick dive into the 2023 schedule, give you at least just my thoughts on what the record's going to be after next season and where that will put us as far as are we in the running for the division, are we in the running for the playoffs, all that type of stuff. Please keep in mind with this video, free agency and the draft could alter some things along with trades, etc. But at least today, hey, it's a slow news day for all NFL teams, let alone the Lions. So I thought I'd give you a little something to chew on while you're on the road driving or just slow at work. So let's get into that and maybe just a little bit more in today's Lions Talk Live. Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for tuning into Lions Talk Live. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. Take you maybe a second and a half. Hit the subscription button, leave a thumbs up, maybe even a comment or two in the section below. Now, as we preface this, as we said in the opener, this is going to be just based off of today's NFL teams, not what they're going to do in free agency, the draft, etc. I'm going to walk you through all the different games on the schedule. Yes, we do not yet know the dates or times for these games, just who the opponents are and where the games are going to be played. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's Lions Talk Live breakdown of the 2023 NFL schedule for the Detroit Lions. As I said in the intro, this is going to be a quicker video. As you guys are aware, it's a slow time in the NFL, let alone for the Detroit Lions as far as news. But we're all aware that the 2023 schedule is out. No dates and times are not available as of yet, but we know the opponents, etc. So I figured we'd go ahead and analyze this and just give you a quick take what I think our record's going to be next year. We're going to start in the division against the Chicago Bears, and I do believe while the Bears will be much improved, yes, they're going to probably pick up some pieces in free agency since they have a lot of cap space, most of anybody at nearly $100 million. They also have the number one draft pick, which if you watch Lions Talk Live, you're aware, I think we're going to see them trade out of the number one spot. As regardless of all that, I do believe we're going to get wins against them both games next year. Same against the Green Bay Packers. I believe Rodgers is out of town. I believe he's going to be going on the road, more than likely to Las Vegas, to reunite with Davante Adams, plus weather-wise and other personal interests of Rodgers. That location seems to make the most sense to me. Either rate, though, I believe against the Packers, you'll see the Lions get 2 wins, which will push their winning streak against the Packers to 5 games. And when's the last time any of us could say the Lions had won 5 in a row against Green Bay? Moving on, lastly, to the Minnesota Vikings. They are talented, and yes, we could have won both games easily against them last year. I just believe some law of averages here. They do have certain pieces that really fit well against what we like to do, etc., and vice versa. So I believe we'll split against the Vikings. That would give us 5 wins in the division. Yes, Minnesota would have a win against us as well. But now let's move on to the non-divisional games. It's going to start off with the Atlanta Falcons. I believe the Lions get that win. Against the Carolina Panthers, also, I believe the Lions were going to get that win. And note, both those games are in Ford Field. Now, we have the Denver Broncos coming to town. Yes, they underperformed last year. Yes, I do believe they will be a lot better next year. But at home, they're going to have to prove to me to a certain degree that last year was a fluke and it's not really who they are. I'm going to say this, Lions get the win against the Broncos. All right, Las Vegas and probably Aaron Rodgers comes to town. Another good matchup for Detroit, but I do believe Detroit gets this win as well. Now, we're going to get, in my belief, a loss at Kansas City. If we pull that out, great, but on the road against the Super Bowl champs, it's going to be hard for me to say, hey, pick the Lions. So I'm going to say the Chiefs get that win. That gives the Lions 2 losses. At Los Angeles against the Chargers, Lions are going to be tested, but I believe we do get that victory as well. Same when we go on the road against the New Orleans Saints. We also get a road game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be, but I do believe the Lions will get a victory there. I do not believe we will get a win against Baltimore. The Ravens, I think they just they're going to hit a lot of weaknesses against us. And I believe the Baltimore Ravens get that win. Same when we go to Dallas. It'd be nice for Dallas to come to Detroit sometime, but it's not happening this year unless it's in the playoffs. Regardless, I think Dallas gets that victory, while the Lions will get their last victory of the season. And I'm just going off this map. It doesn't mean it's going to happen in sequential order, but I do believe we'll get a victory against the Seattle Seahawks again at Ford Field. That would give the Lions 4 losses. Obviously a heck of a record if that takes place. So let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of my predictions? And again, free agency in the draft, we're going to change this, I'm sure a little bit here, but I believe Detroit's strengths on offense and defense have already been established. Anything we get from here on out are just going to be adding to that. So let me know in the comment section below. Again, slow time of the year, and we'll go from there. All right, well, there's my breakdown of the regular season. I believe we'll be 13-4. I think, obviously we're going to have a favorable opponent or matchup, I would assume, as far as our home playoff game. You've already watched Lions Talk Live for a minute. You know what I think is going to happen next year. Let me know, though, in the comment section below. What do you think of the predictions? What do you think the record's going to be after next year? And what do you think we're going to do in the playoffs, should we make it according to your predictions, in 2023? So I hope you all have a great day. I'll try to find out a little bit more juicy information or story to give you guys either tomorrow or the following day. It is slow after all right now. But at any rate, have a great day, and we'll see you all next time on Lions Talk Live.